Hey guys, how's it going? Lex here again with another Cleric budget run. This is a direct continuation of the most recent one I uploaded, episode 2. So maybe I'm pushing the boundaries of the definition of a budget run here a little bit, because I'm wearing some green gloves and green boots that I decided to bring in with me. But again, when you start seeing successful budget runs, you should start bringing stuff in with you that you find from previous rounds. You know, it just helps you snowball and it gives you an even bigger advantage. So I'm all for it. But yeah, let's get into it here. Very familiar with the starting area. I know there's like a goblin mage and I think 2 goblins, yeah, that accompany it. Just trying to loot things real quick before I deal with that group. And I decide it's time to start dealing with them. I wanted to see, I think this was shortly after the damage on the staff was buffed. So I wanted to check out how many hits it would take to kill the goblin. And 3 hits is pretty good with the staff. I was pleasantly surprised by that. I don't have to deal with these bola slingers, which can be tricky. Thankfully, I still have a heater shield. Again, you can block their bolas with the buckler. If you can see here, I try blocking a little to the left. I'm starting to take hits from the mage here. I was hoping he would hit his friend. But yeah, the bola seems to go to the left, even to the bottom left. So if you have a smaller shield, just try to block towards the bottom left. That's where it seems to hit. And I decided to take out the mage while it's doing its healing casting animation there. I'm not really sure what that spell is. I'm pretty sure it's a heal, but it doesn't ever seem to do it instantly. So it's pretty much free damage when you start seeing them cast that that heal or buff or whatever it is. I think it might be healing over time is what that spell does for the goblin mage at his friends. Luckily the lion's head chest is not locked, as it is oftentimes. And here we find a WARMAUL, which I thought was interesting. I have very little experience using the WARMAUL, but the damage on it seemed enticing to me at the time, so I figure, hey, maybe I'll use this run to try it out. I find a spell book, so learn from my mistake that other time where I did not switch my staff out for the spell book. I prefer the faster cast time, knowing that the staff does a little extra damage. I still think the faster cast time is more valuable because, you know, as a bonk cleric, especially now that I have this WARMAUL, my damage is coming from elsewhere. Yep, just giving it a few swings here, seeing what it feels like. Then, oh, the circle's closing in, so I was a little distracted, but thankfully the safe zone is right down this hallway. Yeah, I'm using the WARMAUL here, even in the darkness. I'm just trying to get a feel for where the swing starts, because again, I have very little experience with this weapon, but I wanted to try it out. I do like breaking barrels in one hit. That's very, very nice. We'll save you some time. I decided to use the bandage here and top off. Especially now that they can only heal, you know, damaged health. Alright, I know this area can be a little dicey with players and mobs and all sorts of stuff, so I'm a little hesitant. Throw a torch, I see some dead mobs, but I still, just to be safe, I want to buff up anyway, so I cast Bless and Protection. I'm ready to fight if things start going a little crazy around here. And sure enough, there's a wizard right over there. Yep, just using what I can to line of sight his spells, trying to get them to crash into whatever. Yep, I hear footsteps to my left, so I know he's trying to run back past me. There he is. Use the smite. Start smacking. Oof, 2 good hits there. But he's still alive. Definitely must have chonked some health away, though. Those were 2 solid hits. Maybe if one was a headshot, he would be down already. But yeah, since I see a moment to heal, so I back off and heal. You know, if you're up against a range class and they get away from you, as a cleric, you can just kind of hide and cast buffs again, heal up, do what you need to, and then re-engage. There he goes, invisible again. Just trying to use my ears here and see which way he's going. Going up the ramp, dodge that. Starts queuing up a fireball, hits me. I don't like the positioning there. I don't want to charge up a ramp at him while he's casting spells. Just felt like he's going to kite me, so I decided to pull back, bring him towards this more difficult area, and he hits himself with a fireball, sure enough. Looks like he's panicking. He runs into the circle, and I start backing off, but he must be low on health, is what I'm thinking here, because he does not want to get touched by that circle. So I just go ahead and finish him off with my fists, and sure enough, one swing will do it. He actually did a lot of damage with the magic missiles there. It's a little scary. But well fought, well fought. Oh, had a good handful of trinkets. Definitely want to take as many as we can. But I am now out of heals, so I'm really just trying to grab what I can and go. The scrolls are usually worth a good bit, but I decide to leave it because I just don't have the time to play around with my inventory. I just don't want to take the unnecessary damage. Alright, I have the book pulled out in case I see another player. I want to cast the buffs on me as quickly as I can. But seeing the skeleton here rise up makes me think that nobody has been here, and that perhaps nobody is nearby. Here I'm kind of using the skeleton as practice to get a better feel for the WARMAUL. Just seeing how far right the swing begins. 3 swings to kill a skeleton, and I'm pretty sure 2 of those swings were not headshots, so pretty impressive. It does hit like a absolute freight train, it feels like at times. A little mistake there. Getting a little greedy with my swings. Alright, think about now I'm trying to find a portal, because I've got a decent amount to sell on me. Looking like nobody's been in this room either. So, as the circle's closing, I just want to kind of buff up and clear things quickly, so I don't have to stay in the circle. There we go. Take down the goblin archer in 2 swings. Oof. Look at that. 2 swings for the goblin swordsman, too. Oh, and I get bit by a red spider. Not hearing too many footsteps, so, you know, though I'm thinking of trying to find a portal, I'm still, you know, still greedy, still looking for stuff. Find a really nice helmet. It's, yeah, that helmet gives you so much armor. It is a bit of a movement speed drag, but it just gives you so much protection. I really prefer it. I like it. I think the movement speed lost is kind of worth it. Find another bandage, decide to use that immediately, knowing I have no other healing right now. I hear an escape portal appear, but it sounds quite faint, so I imagine it's not too close to me. Yep, just trying to get some more practice in here. And I was queuing up the spell there just in case, you know, since the circle is getting so much tighter, in case I hear player footsteps, you know, and if that's somebody I want to charge at, or if they're charging at me, I want to be buffed up and ready. So I tend to have the book out if I think a player is nearby so I can buff up quickly. Find a nice friend in the barrel here, but you know, decide to pull him over the trap to kill him quickly. some of the trap damage in, and it falls pretty immediately. Nothing good. I see a player corpse there, but I'm just looking around the corner to make sure nothing else is, you know, of a danger. But sure enough, we find a portal for us. It's real nice. Then I go to check the player. Sure enough, nothing on him. Just a rogue doing a naked run, I suppose. Well, not totally naked. They're clearly wearing something, but you know what I mean. Just trying to do a money run. Yep, and I'm just trying to find any more trinkets I can before I get out. And not seeing much, so I take that as my signal to leave. And yeah, that's the run. Made that with a pretty big handful of trinkets here. And a spell book to use on another run. You can see I have a few spell books in storage also. Alright, let's see how much these trinkets are worth. Looking like 96 gold, pretty good handful there. And then of course we have the blue lyre. I think I checked the stats here, yeah. Additional magic damage and magical interaction speed. The magical damage might be useful to a bard, so might be able to see maybe 50G for that lyre, maybe a little less. I know the bard trading isn't as active as some of the other channels. Yep, and a heater shield to use for another run. I have all the gold here. Looking like I made out with 98 if my math is correct. Or it looks like 108, I'm sorry. But yeah, and I also made out with a nice, fun, a fun new toy to play with in another run, the green WARMAUL here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this run, guys.